Michael Page, congratulations on your most recent win. Your record's now 10-0, and we know with mixed martial arts, even the champions lose some of the time.
Yeah.
With that in mind, how proud are you to have that 0 in the loss column?
Oh, 100%. I 100% entered the the MMA game with that in mind, that I'm not gonna lose. I really want to do massive things in this sport, and I think you have to kind of demonstrate that championship attitude, and you have to keep that as long as possible to be there.
Well, it seems like you're also having quite a bit of fun out there as well. You're one of the more flashy fighters that we've seen. I mean, you're literally dancing around your opponents. When did you first come up with this? You're literally doing dance moves out there.
I've always been a showman. Like, just in everything I've done, I can never be doing it the conventional way. I always have to be slightly different, The style of my hands down is a style. It's for freestyle kickboxing. And, if I was to take you guys to a freestyle kickboxing event, you'll see many people with the similar foot movement, with their hands by their side. But I just add the extra flair, the extra, the waving my shoulders. I used to do breakdancing and stuff, so trying to incorporate everything. And that's where MVP comes from.
Is this trying to get into your opponent's head?
It's a mixture, yeah, 100%. I know when people see something that unusual, they either hesitate to go in, or they go in way too quickly, out of panic, or they don't want to be embarrassed. They're like, there's no way this guy can do this to me. So they end up rushing forward, and it helps. It also, dancing for me, music for me also relaxes me. So if I feel like I'm in a tense spot and I start dancing, my shoulders is usually just trying to keep myself in that calm state so I can, execute my techniques.
So you have some kind of music going on in your head?
All the time.
That's incredible, unbelievable. Well, we saw some drama on the UFC side that I want to get your thoughts on, and that's Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And really what he's doing is trying to use his leverage as a fighter to get things that the promotion, UFC, is not willing to give him.
Yeah.
When you see fighters like that who have such a big following, when they're trying to make changes, what does that mean to you?
Well, firstly, I think Conor McGregor's, with what he's done and the attention that he's brought to the sport, it's only better for me as well. It's helped every MMA fighter. We can't complain in that sense. But if you constantly tell somebody, yes, you can do this, yes, you can do this, yes, you can do this, when you tell them no, you're going to have to expect, a response that you're not used to having from that person. It's like a child, really. If you're always giving to that child, and then you have to tell that child no, they're gonna you're gonna build that sport attitude from them. So I think that's all it is. He's a bit unhappy with how being told that he can't do something after always being told that he can, and that's all it is. I'm sure they're gonna come to some kind of agreement.
You said promoters aren't doing enough to help the fighters, and fighters could be way better if they had the support. What more would you like to see promoters doing?
You know what? There's so many fighters that I see that are, they're still working another job to help just get to training on time and this and that. Is for what we have to put our bodies through. Those are the kind of things, stresses that we don't need, And when you look at other sports, the basketballs, the American football, soccer over in the UK, that's the kind of stresses they don't have. You know what I mean? And it helps them become better at what they do, because all they're doing is focusing on their talent and focusing on developing their skill. Where with us, we have to, we're running, if we're going to teach and we're coming back, and then we're having to run to our job, then we're coming back. You have to try and find training in and around just your livelihood. And things like that, it's a shame. If they were able to help us out with that side, and they are making a hell of a lot of money from us, it would be good to see that put back into and invested back into us, so then we can invest back into the sport. It's good for everyone.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, hopefully you will be getting paid in pounds in July when you fight in London. We know this is really the first big fight that you've had in your home country at the O2 Arena. How many tickets are you going to need for friends and family for this fight?
It's already going crazy. It is absolutely going crazy. People, one of my friends already said, we're running out of credit cards to book tickets out, because you can only book on six tickets at a time. So everyone's trying to do. So my goal is to try and get about between 4,000 and 5,000 people there, just myself. And it's that. I've always been quite business minded as well, and it's just a goal for me to have. I want that energy there. you know. And I think even if I didn't put any work into it, I'd still get that kind of attention, that kind of energy. But I really want to, you know, do my bit to help the show and to help that night. It's going to be crazy.
That's fantastic. We're looking forward to you getting in front of that home crowd for the first time for a major fight. You're putting your undefeated record on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Venom Page, MVP, thank you so much.
Very much.
Appreciate that. Thank you.